Dear colleagues of the Aaykar Parivaar, it is with great pride, gratitude and humility that I am before you today to mark the 166th Income Tax Day. This is a moment not only to celebrate our accomplishments, but to reflect on higher responsibility we shoulder as custodians of fiscal integrity and trustees of taxpayer trust. Let me begin by complimenting every member of the Income Tax Department for the remarkable strides made across multiple fronts during the last financial year. We have worked diligently and purposefully on one of the most important legal reforms of our times, the drafting of the new Income Tax Act. This is a momentous initiative aimed at simplifying our tax laws, making them contemporary, and removing redundancies. We can take pride in the fact that the entire exercise was completed in-house, that is, by the officers of the Income Tax Department. This is a testimony to the strength and potential of the department. The hard work and result thereof has been appreciated by the government, Select Committee of the Parliament, industry, taxpayers, and other stakeholders. I acknowledge the sincere efforts of the drafting teams and the team of experienced and young officers from IRS batches spanning 30 years who have together brought experience as well as fresh ideas, energy, and practicality to this exercise. However, it's only half work done. More importantly, we have to now immerse ourselves in framing rules, developing forms and algorithms, as well as undertake capacity building programs so as to make the transition from 1961 Act to 2025 a smooth and painless process. I am sure that going forward, contributions of our members, be it in drafting, form development, or system mapping, shall help in laying the foundation of a more transparent and citizen-centric law. May I especially request young volunteers from across the hierarchy of officers, especially at the level of additional commissioners, joint commissioners, deputy commissioners, and assistant commissioners, and officials of the level of inspectors to come forward in this yagna. The Directorate of Training has to quickly firm up plan of action. On the compliance side, we have successfully nurtured a culture of voluntary tax compliance by adopting non-intrusive and data-informed verification strategies. Our nudge, that is non-intrusive usage of data to guide and empower the taxpayer, campaigns have received encouraging results. The use of targeted messaging, polite reminders, and preemptive risk alerts have contributed to improved reporting and honest compliance. This silent but impactful approach has been one of our biggest success stories. I am happy to share that Nudge initiative has resulted in declaration of foreign assets worth rupees 29,208 crores and foreign income of more than 1,000 crores. 963 crores of 80 GGC claims have been withdrawn and rupees 409 crores of taxes have been paid. There is also a significant increase in the number of updated ITRs. The department has also grown in its ability to listen, respond, and resolve, be it through CPgrams, e-Nivaran system, or dedicated grievance cells. Our responsiveness to taxpayer concerns has improved significantly. Grievance redressal is no longer a back office activity. It is now a core performance measure. I would like to acknowledge the work of our JAO charges who have taken pains in resolving issues. Keep it up. Faceless assessment and appeals are being broadly appreciated. We have to appreciate that inherent in faceless is faith that the officer shall approach each case with sensitivity, fairness, accountability, and unbiasedness. We should continue to work in this direction. While acknowledging that they have their set of challenges and requirement of matured approach, I would expect each officer in FAO vertical to be more proficient and work towards strengthening the vertical so that it becomes model for others to emulate. Above all, we have taken conscious steps to improve the image of the income tax department. From how we conduct searches to how we interact on social media, from a public outreach to taxpayer facilitation drives, there is a visible effort to project a modern, impartial, and empathetic institution. I congratulate all of you for this transformation. It may not always reflect in headlines, but it reflects in public trust, which is far more important. This year, we succeeded in placing officers and officials in their designated roles at the beginning of the financial year, a long overdue reform. Promotions have been brought up to date, and in most cases, we were able to accommodate first or second choice postings. Our endeavor has always been to maximize satisfaction levels because a motivated workforce is our strongest asset. Our tech-enabled transformation is gaining momentum. Major initiatives rolled out or initiated include CPC TDS 2.0, ITBA 2.0, TaxNet 2.0, the new PAN project, conceptualization of IEC 3.0, and scaling up of Insight platform. The Systems Directorate deserves appreciation for driving these innovations. But let me underline, technology can only succeed if it is integrated seamlessly with other verticals. We need stronger coordination for early resolution of issues, faster ticket closures, and timely grievance redressals. It is important that the Directorate takes immediate steps to set up a robust mechanism for identification of pain areas and their early resolution. A key part of this integration involves bringing on board officials like inspectors. Through recent functionalities such as OGEs, rectifications, and CIT appeals support modules, we have introduced direct roles for them. I would take this opportunity to encourage our inspectors and appeal to them to use the system through their individual credentials. This will not only speed up work, but will build a technologically competent workforce. Our targeted enforcement activities are focused on taking decisive action against willful evasion. Investigation on issues such as agriculture income, Dubai properties, and recent Pan-India verification exercise to detect fraudulent claims of deductions and exemptions are few examples. These were data-backed, risk-assessed, and carried out with fairness and sensitivity. The message is clear. We'll facilitate the honest, but we will not tolerate abuse. That said, we must acknowledge the concerns surrounding appeal pendency. This issue has attracted criticism, and rightly so. It is time for our appellate functionaries, that is Commissioner Appeals, Joint Commissioner Appeals, to treat this not as a clerical backlog, but a critical element of taxpayer service. Each pending appeal is a taxpayer waiting for closure. I urge all my appellate officers to take this challenge with renewed seriousness and strategic planning. Can we look up to you for clearing the massive backlog that we are all saddled with? We are all aware that our actions are often being subjected to judicial scrutiny through writs and appeals. The numbers are increasing day by day, and the courts naturally expect the department to be more responsive. I would appeal to our Commissioner Judicial to take more proactive roles in this area of work. Last year, I had suggested that our framework for tax administration be guided by a prudent approach, an acronym that stands for professional, responsible and responsive, understanding of laws, business and economic landscape, data-based decision-making, enforcement with empathy, non-intrusive and technology-enabled approach. This has to be adopted both at individual level as well as collectively. We have taken significant steps in all these areas, but let me be candid. We still have a long road ahead. Our scores on each of the 7 limbs of prudent must improve. Taxpayer experience must be seamless across the board, not just in select offices. That is why I propose that in every capacity building program, we institutionalize at least one session on prudent approach. These values must be internalized and not merely referenced. They must guide how we interact with taxpayers, how we write orders, how we resolve grievances, and how we conduct ourselves as public servants. This is how we build a tax administration that is not just feared or followed, but respected. As we look ahead, I want each of our 18 regions to become centers of excellence in different areas of tax administration, be it faceless assessment, TDS, appeals, risk profiling, litigation strategy, or taxpayer communication. With bright officers and officials, together we can promote excellence. Let me assure you that once we embark on pursuit of excellence, we shall on one hand derive immense job satisfaction and on the other earn respect from the society besides making our contribution for nation's march towards Viksit Bharat. We must promote research on emerging tax issues, document best practices, and develop compendiums, guidance notes, and SOPs so that institutional knowledge is preserved and shared. Innovation must not be the domain of only a few. Every officer, field, or headquarters must feel empowered to improve a system, fix a process, or propose a reform. Colleagues, our role is not just to collect revenue, it is to strengthen the economic spine of the nation, to serve its citizens with integrity and fairness, and to uphold the values of the Constitution. Let us continue our journey with humility, vigilance, and ambition. I thank each one of you for your hard work, your honesty, and your dedication. Let us move forward together with resolve, with purpose, and with pride. Jai Hind.